Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque. We're all the way now into February 2026, and as you can tell by the league table there, things have returned back to normal. We've not had a particularly good run of results since the last episode. There has obviously been a huge amount of fixtures that have taken place and the transfer window is open and closed, so this episode might be quite a long episode. We started off in December against Lille, a 2-1 defeat. Dan stayed scoring a goal, but we just were not very good in this. We did concede 2 late goals. We also scored a late goal. Up against Monaco, we were unlucky not to get anything out of this game. Scoring twice, Sofiane Khalid and Alain Varane with the goals for us, but Adrien Silva picking up a hat-trick early on in the game. In fact, all 5 goals came in the first 37 minutes. A simple 1-0 defeat against Bordeaux. If you don't score goals, you don't win games. We did manage to get through the Coupe de la Ligue 4th round against Cannes, 2-0 in this one. Alain Varane and Lujbisa Kojic with the goals, and then Alain Varane once again scoring against Guillaume, but unfortunately we lose this one once again to another late goal in the 88th minute. Into January, there were quite a few results, most of them in cup competition, and I will tell you now, I didn't realise they were in cup competition for half of them. Well, I did. I just thought they were in the Coupe de France, not the Coupe de la Ligue. Anyway, Coupe de France, 9th round against Red Star. A 4-1 victory, nice and easy. Varane, Lujbisa Kojic, Ali and Big Gids with the goals. Then Lyon, in the Coupe de la Ligue quarter-final, we won that one, 1-0 thanks to Zvomir Zubak. You can see where this is going. Ali with 2 goals against Cannes, unfortunately meaning only picking up a single point in this one against Lyon. In the league, this time we lose 1-0. Not a lot you can really say. Auxerre, 3-2 victory. This was hard fought. 3-0 up, conceding 2 late goals in the 80th and 85th minute. Thought we were going to throw it away. Luckily, we held on. And then this match, which I thought was a Coupe de France match, it wasn't. It was the Coupe de la Ligue semi-final against Rennes. We won on penalties. We're in the Coupe de la Ligue final, everybody. I'm not really sure how I didn't notice this. I was just blindly playing the games, thought it was a Coupe de France match. Turns out we've qualified for the final. We managed to pick up another 3 points in the league against Nimes, the team that we beat 5-0 on one of the previous episodes. San Kamara and João Pinto with the goals. And then let's not talk about this match against Marseille in the Coupe de France. Basically, since the last episode, we weren't particularly good in the 2025 year. Nice, Marseille, Lille, Monaco, Bordeaux and Guillaume all losing or dropping points. He only picking up 1 point out of those 6 league games, and that was against Marseille. But once we got to the new calendar year, we started picking up some more points, obviously losing to Lyon, but drawing with Cannes, beating Auxerre, beating Nimes. We're keeping our head above water. Next bit of business, transfers. 2 players have left the club permanently. Diego Alvarez, the Peruvian, who was never ever going to really make it. I think he's got potential, but he was just never getting enough football for us, so he has left. He's gone to Sporting Cristal in his native Peru. We got about £4,000 from better than nothing. And Kim Hyun-jin has also left the club for about £18,000. He's gone to his native South Korea. I think we've got a sell-on clause in here, so if he gets sold for a bit of money, we might see some of it. It hasn't been the most exciting January transfer window. This is why I kind of left it till last. Ilson is one of 2 players to join the club on permanent deals. He was here on a trial for the last 2 years anyway, so you've kind of already seen him. But we have managed to sign ourselves a Cameroonian right-back. I've realised that we weren't particularly strong in that right-back position, so I've gone out and found myself a young Cameroonian right-back called Alain Kamga. He is signed from New Star Cameroon. He's got 88 games and 8 goals from right-back for them, which is actually not terrible. Got a bit of potential as well, 4.5-star potential, 3-star current ability. He will probably get a few games, but basically, João Ferreira is our right-back for the foreseeable future. Also, I'm not going to go through them individually, but Ludwig Frage, Vanderlei, Joseph Kohler, Kauzalai, Ahmed Youssef Musa and Davor Vasic have all left the club on various loan deals, and hopefully they're all going to get first-team football and come back as amazing footballers. Right, business out of the way. You'll see on this screen down here, the Coupe de la Ligue final will be against PSG. This is not going to be in this episode, it's actually slightly further down the season. It's going to be in April, so maybe not next episode, maybe the one after, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, that is going to be a special episode because one thing that I need to point out, if we go to rules, firstly, even if we lose, we get £2 million, which is amazing. Interestingly, the winner qualifies for the Europa League. We might have somehow found our way into the Europa League by finishing in the bottom half of the table. We do have to beat PSG to get there, though. Right, that should be all the business out of the way. 2 matches hopefully in today's episode. Nantes and Toulouse. Nantes up in 6th place in the table, Toulouse in 8th. This is going to be 2 very difficult games, actually. Not looking forward to them. Nope, there's more news to talk about. Samuli Kanunen, our former player who we sold to Blackburn with a 50% sell-on, has since moved on to Brighton for £8.5 million. So we are getting nearly £5 million from this guy, I believe, at some point, which means our finances are a little bit better than what they were. It's gone up a huge amount. How much did it go up by? Can we see? £2.52 million so far. It's gone up in February. That's obviously going to increase because I think he's got like one of those like pay monthly kind of deals. So yeah, we're going to be picking up a fair amount of money for Samuli Kanunen over the next few months. Match number 1 then of the episode against our feeder team Nantes, a team that apparently we've beaten 6 times in the past and drawn twice with them. They've never beaten us. How? How is that even possible? The starting lineup we are going to go for is going to be something slightly different. I'm changing it up a little bit. Normally, why have I clicked up there? Normally, we will play something along those lines or those lines. We're tweaking it now. We're going to have an attacking midfielder rather than a defensive midfielder. It does mean, oh, what's happened here? My entire thing's buggered up, hasn't it? That way round, that way round. That's better. That's what we want. It does mean that the defence midfielder, who is either Ismail Sarr or Hassan Kamara, isn't going to be playing, so I haven't even put them on the bench. The starting lineup we're going to go for then. In goal is going to be Daniel Gerrits, a back 4 of Eduardo Luiz as the left back. In the right back position, making his league debut, is going to be Alain Kamga. Boris and Pokravac are going to be the 2 central defenders, with Big Gids and Radovanovic as the 2 central midfielders. Big Gids isn't that good now. If we have a quick look at Big Gids, I'm just elongating this episode. He's getting worse, but he's one of those players that he's so good for us that I kind of, every now and then, I just want to like drop him into a match. He scores wonder goals as well occasionally. João Pinto, Yoon Kyung-soo and Alan Varau are going to be the attacking midfielders, with Levan Gvinradze as that striker. We don't have any attacking midfielders. If you actually look here, Yoon Kyung-soo is our best attacking midfielder. Maybe Dan Stage might play that position. We'll just give Yoon Kyung-soo a go. Well, it looks like Nantes are playing exactly the same formation as us. Perfect. Maybe we'll just cancel each other out. I'm thinking Nantes are going to be a very good team. We obviously are not the best team in the league. I keep saying this, all we need to do is stay in this league. We've got 30 points right now, 10 more points, and that should in theory guarantee us safety. There is an early chance as well for Nantes. Arthur with a corner. Boris can clear. It's not very far. Romario's gone for goal and hit it just wide off the post. Like I was trying to say about the league table, we're down in 14th. We're on 31 points. Identical highlight. This time, Zagadou goes for goal, but it's over the bar. We really need to... Seriously, game? We're 7 minutes in. We've had 3 highlights. Pokravac with the ball for us upfield. Finds Alan Varau back to Eduardo Luiz. Varau once again on the halfway line. Back to Radovanovic, forward to the attacking midfielder of Yoon Kyung-soo, who loses out, and now Nantes can counter-attack. Cross-field ball finds Doku. It's going to be a penalty. Why are they consulting VAR? That is quite clearly a penalty. Here we go then, up against Daniel Gerrits. Who is it going to be? It is Brobby up against Gerrits. Gerrits doesn't even bother diving. We're 1-0 down. Diab with the goal kick for Nantes a couple of minutes after the penalty. Brobby, the goal scorer, across to Breton. Brobby once again. Breton gets the ball back, tries to cross it, but now Dunkerque steal the ball away. Eduardo Luiz smashes it upfield, tries to find Levan Gvinradze, who doesn't get the ball. Breton forward to Romario. He's got 2 Dunkerque players for company, but he's just going to keep the ball and play it all the way back to his goalkeeper. So, the highlight so far has involved the goalkeeper kicking it upfield and then making its way all the way back to the goalkeeper. Godoy, across to Yanush, maybe. Forward to Doku. Is he going to get fouled once again? He's crossed it in. This time Brobby is there, and it is 2-0 to Nantes. We are going to lose this one comfortably, aren't we? Oh, this is not good. Another highlight, Eduardo Luiz, and it's cleared from Arthur. Pokravac, Big Gids heads forward, but Radovanovic doesn't pay enough attention to get the ball, and Nantes once again can come forward. It's going to be 3-0 after 15 minutes. He's hit the inside of the post, and Boris can clear the ball. What is going on? this formation change probably wasn't the best idea, was it? Eduardo Luiz with a throw finds Varane. We are still under 20 minutes into this match. Yoon Kyung-soo needs to find Eduardo Luiz. Luiz somehow gets the ball from a deflection. Varane with the ball now. Luiz once again tries to cross it in and can't do it, and now the counter-attack again is on for Nantes. Every single attack so far seems to be us trying to pass the ball, messing it up, and then Nantes doing something like this and making it 3-0. Gerrits manages to save the ball. What is going on here? Something needs to show some passion, do something, because we're not doing badly. We're just giving the ball away stupidly. Gerrits with a goal kick, still half an hour only on the clock. Kamga, who gave away the penalty, on the halfway line, forward to João Pinto. First time we've seen him all match so far. Keeps going, goes for goal. It's a good save from the goalkeeper. We've got a corner. Yoon Kyung-soo steps up to take the corner because he's the only player shorter than Big Gids, and it was a terrible corner. Still not at half-time, and it looks like Nantes are going to be coming forward with the ball. Romario to Godoy, spins and finds Ganoush on the left-hand side. Back to Doku. Doku's going to get tackled. He doesn't. Romario, edge of the area. Why is no one sticking a foot in? Brobby's gone for goal, and Daniel Gerrits is having an absolute shocker, isn't he? It's 3-0 at half-time. Am I allowed to do 11 subs at half-time? Because the entire team are playing so badly right now. Disappointing. I don't think disappointing is enough. That was absolutely terrible. Look stressed. You're on a 6.3, mate. Demotivated. 6.4. Weirdly, you're probably our better performers. Right, we're going to go back to... We're going to have to change to something. Maybe, do we go back to that? Now I need to rearrange everything because everyone's in the wrong bloody places. We've rearranged to this. I'm wondering whether having that half-back in there is suddenly going to shore us up defensively, because maybe that's the problem. They're just getting loads of space in behind our midfield. So basically, the only sub I've done, Gvinrad's off for Ali, because Gvinrad's is on a 6.1. Varel's having a shocker as well, but I'm hoping, given enough chance, like given a little bit of time in the second half, maybe we can start performing. I'd like a goal right now. I've basically conceded we're going to lose this game. The second half has been a lot quieter than the first half. We're already 65 minutes on the clock, and not a single highlight. Here we go, the first one of the half. Eduardo Luiz to Big Gids, who wins a header, unchallenged, but he won a header, which is something he very rarely does. What was that? Who was that? Alan Varel? Was that Alan? Who passed that? I don't know who passed that, but I'm really annoyed because they just smashed it to a player in yellow. And now Nantes can come forward. Pokravac heads forward to find Waha, who can find Radovanovic. Now Ali on that left-hand side, across to Yoon Kyung-soo. Smashes it all the way across to try and find Pinto, who doesn't get the ball. And now the counter-attack once again is going to be on. Have we got this weird setting to say, play long balls at all times? Because we seem to try these weird cross-field passes that never ever make it. Yoon Kyung-soo to Radovanovic. Pinto now runs forward into the area, goes for goal, and we are 3-1. We need to basically not make our goal difference so bad. That's kind of my objective now from this match. If we can get 2 more goals and pick up a point, amazing. I seriously doubt we're going to do that. We've got 20 minutes left to play. Varel is coming off for Zvomir Zubak. I mean, the players are getting better. Boris is playing badly. No, we're not going to do Boris. We're going to do Kamga for João Ferreira. I didn't play Ferreira, by the way, because he had 87 fitness. I'm starting to regret that decision because Kamga gave away a penalty and is on a 6.2. Ferreira has been on the pitch for seconds and has picked up a yellow card. We've got 10 minutes to play. Coffey intercepts the ball for Nantes. We were looking like we might have had a chance there. Brobby on the left-hand side for Nantes now runs through to the centre circle. Carvalho. We're putting pressure on them, but they're going to break through, aren't they? It's what happens every single time. Ferreira heads forward to Yoon Kyung-soo. And for some reason, number 28, who's Pinto, I guess, didn't want to run onto that. He could have got the ball. Brobby. Number 13 spreads the ball across to Kofi on that right-hand side. He's a tiny human as well. Breton crosses to Brobby, and Brobby has finished on the volley. It's going to be 4-1. Corner for Big Gids, 7 minutes to play. Radovanovic is there, doesn't get the ball. Boris back to Big Gids. Is he going to cross it in again? He does. Pinto is there and has got his second goal of the game. We are still not out of this, but it's, to be honest, we've scored 2 goals in a match where we've been piss poor. I'm not really sure how we're doing this. What's up? Like, Pinto and Big Gids are the only 2 players that are performing. 1 minute left to play, so this is going to be the final highlight of the match, isn't it? Dijon have taken the lead against Toulouse, which I think is quite an important goal for us. Yoon Kyung-soo's got the ball somehow. Lille are beating Nîmes 6-3. That's ridiculous. Is it 6-3? It's 5-2 now? I don't understand. It's 5-3. The little update thing in the top corner is a bit of a mess, isn't it? This match here has also been a bit of a mess. We're going to lose 4-2 by the looks of it. We do end up losing 4-2, and there's going to be some fines coming out. Levan Gvimradze is definitely going to be getting a fine because his performance of a 6.1, Kamga and Varel also going to get fines because 6.2s are not good enough. I think Pokravac is probably going to get away with it on a 6.3, but we played okay. We just messed so many passes up, I think. So if we look at passing stats, I don't know what's like a good passing stat, but you can see there, Waha and Radovanovic were pretty damn good. Yoon Kyung-soo, 88%, not the best. He did try more passes. Defensively, what is that mess? The defenders just could not pass the ball for some reason, and Gvimradze tried 11 passes and only got half of them accurate. Well, we haven't moved anywhere in the table, but up next we have Toulouse, they're still 8th place. What happened to Toulouse in their last match? Where are they? They lost to Dijon, didn't they? Yes, they did, late on. A Kwong Chang-hoon goal for Dijon. Actually moved Dijon up the table slightly as well. It's going to be a tough old end to the season, isn't it? Okay, now, this could be a match that we could win. Toulouse are in woeful form. We are inconsistent. We've lost our last 2 games. We've conceded 9 in our last 2 games. That's not good now that I think about it. Admittedly, one was in the cup, and we did play a heavily rotated side in the cup, I think. I think it was heavily rotated. Anyway, Toulouse, 8th place, Dunkirk, 14th place. If we can get a win here, and I think this is probably one of the times where we might get a win, that will be very much appreciated, and we could move up to 12th. The starting lineup we're going to go for then. In goal is going to be Daniel Gerrits. A back 4 of Wojtek Abraham is going to be our right back because Alan Kamga was awful in the last match and I fined him. And João Ferreira has just picked up an injury, which is superb. Brandon Collignon has come back into the first team since returning from his injury. Eduardo Luiz has dropped to the bench. Dennis Blom and Dragan Pokravac are going to be the 2 central defenders because if we have a quick click on Dennis Blom there, you can see Boris is suspended. Rodri Geller is not match fit. Maybe we do. Do we do that? No, we'll do Rodri Geller. We're going to do Rodri Geller and Pokravac. I don't really trust Dennis Blom. Pokravac needs rest, but I don't have any other centre-back, so he's going to have to play this one. Asan Kamara has come in as that half-back since returning from his injury. Big Gids, he wasn't injured, he was just very tired. Big Gids and Radovanovic are going to be in the middle, with Pinto and Varel on the wings. Gvimradze keeps his place as a striker. Varel and Gvimradze both got fined, and both were not happy with it. So I'm hoping that they can kind of put that to one side and actually do okay in this match. You probably noticed that we reverted back to the little triangle in midfield as opposed to going for the attacking midfielder that Toulouse appeared to be going for. 3 points has to be the target from this match, doesn't it? It has to be 3 points. A draw isn't the end of the world. Radovanovic with a free kick early on and Varel's effort, I think it was Varel, is just wide of the post. 5 minutes, 6 minutes on the clock, and the highlights are coming thick and fast. Diakabi's head forward, and for some reason, 63 different Dunkirk players didn't decide to go for the ball, and Toulouse has somehow managed to not score that, but they do have a corner. Guitain to take the corner for Toulouse. 6.5 minutes on the clock. Pokravac can head clear. Koch now with the ball. The ball is not clear just yet. Pokravac heads clear once again, and the highlight just randomly ends. Levan Gvimradze has picked up a knock, and so has Sangare, the Toulouse player. I'm expecting they've probably ran into each other. Mizael with a free kick for Toulouse. He's hit the bar, and I think Gerrits managed to push it away, and it was then cleared. What did he do there? He hit the bar. That is extremely close. That is a wonderful save from Daniel Gerrits. Corner for Guitain to take for Toulouse. It's towards the 6-yard box. Traore's there. Gerrits once again does a little bit of a questionable save, but does have the ball in his hands. And we're going to see another bit of VAR. This one also didn't go in. 3 or 4 minutes to go until half-time. Big Gids with the ball in the middle of the pitch. Radovanovic across to Alan Varel, who's played 150 games now for Dunkirk. Across to Pinto, who's got acres and acres of space. Runs forward, across to Big Gids. Takes a few touches, goes for goal, and Big Gids has got his 3rd of the season and put us 1-0 up in front of our home fans against Toulouse. Now do we shut up shop because we are playing so badly lately, but I'm just concerned we are going to throw this away. Radovanovic with a free kick just before half-time. It's almost 2. That would have been the perfect way to end the first half. It is 1-0, thanks to the one shot on target from Big Gids. We are struggling in this game, I'd say. Right, half-time, Gvimradze is going to be coming off. We're going to do Lujbisa Kojic, because my assistant manager recommended we play Lujbisa Kojic. What is your main ability? I want someone who's not going to, like, you're not going to be scoring goals. Right, we're going to go with a pressing forward on support. Don't know whether that's going to work. We don't have many players who are attacking. Maybe if do we change you to attack? With the attack duty, the winger will try and run at the defence in the final third. Yeah, that's perfect for you. You're a dribbler. You should be doing that anyway. I've just realised I've played around with tactics like I know what I'm doing. Radovanovic with a free kick for us, and he's once again gone for goal, and it's a great save from the goalkeeper. More VAR. This is the third time this match. That one didn't even cross the line at all. Oh, barely. Radovanovic again with a free kick. Alan Varel was there. It's saved by the goalkeeper and then cleared. More VAR. How many times are we going to see VAR in this match? That's the fourth time. We've moved up to 13th place. Rennes apparently losing their game. Guitain with the corner for Toulouse. It's just over the bar. That is good. That is a bit of a let-off. Another corner. Guitain again. Pokravac heads clear. Alan Varel needs to chase that down. And now possibly the counter-attack can be on. Varel running forward with the ball. Plays it across to Pinto. Is he going to go for goal? Pinto does go for goal. Forces a save out of the keeper. He's going to keep the ball alive though. Where is he going to go? Back to Wojtek Abraham. And we don't get to see the highlights. Collignon now. Pokravac. Kamara. Pokravac once again. He needs to play it back to the goalkeeper and does so. Gerrit's now outside of his area. Forward to Kamara. This is going to be a goal, isn't it? This, for God's sake, game. Why do you do stupid stuff like that? Why did... Oh, this game. It's the match engine. The match engine. What is Gerrit's doing? So he decides to pass it here, which is fine. Kamara then stands still, waits to get tackled, and then Gerrit decides not to actually try and get back on his line because he's a terrible footballer. He's not real. It's fine. It's going to be 2 points dropped, isn't it? This is definitely going to be 2 points dropped rather than 1 point gained. Radovanovic is on a 6.5. I'm guessing it's because he's had so many bloody shots and never actually managed to actually score a goal. What do we do here? I don't have any centre midfielders on the bench. Zubac? Zubac is a Mazzala. Oh, that's a worry. We'll do it that way around. You can go as an advanced playmaker. Zubac's definitely not a midfielder. Final few minutes of the game. Guillaume have taken the lead against Nantes, which means they've moved up the table slightly. Nope, Nantes have equalised apparently. I don't understand what's going on there. We've got a throw on, and it is with Kamara. Big Gids now with the ball. Collignon into Varel. Varel across to Zvomir Zubac. Across to Varel again. Zubac and Varel passing it. Collignon doesn't get the ball, and Jan Valery can intercept. And now the counter-attack for Toulouse is on. That striker was miles offside. If they score, I'm calling BS. Good, they've hit it wide. Well, it's going to be a draw, isn't it? Unless something comes from this. Guaitain's corner. Diakabi, do you flip it? Seriously, I want to punch the screen. I actually want to punch the screen. What has happened here? Why? How have you... There were 4 players. 4 Dunkerque players, all in the middle there, and not one of them went for the header, and we've lost. Big Gids crosses it in. Pinto's there, doesn't get the ball. It's going to be a 2-1 defeat against Toulouse, where we were winning for the majority of the game. Oh, this game hates me. Aggressive team talk, you're coming in for training because that is absolute horse crap. Once again, we don't move anywhere in the table because all the teams around us lose their match. Auxerre, Dijon, who are Cannes playing Cannes, where are they? They lost 6-1 to Lyon, fair enough. So yeah, we're not dropping down. Strasbourg picking up a good victory against Montpellier. We're not moving down in the table, but annoyingly, we're also not picking up any points. Well, that is going to do it then for this episode. Next episode, where are we going to be going? We're not going to go all the way to there. Maybe we go Lens and Strasbourg. Possibly Strasbourg is a winnable game. Maybe we just do that. We don't go too far in the future. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2019. It was pretty awful, wasn't it? We've once again had 2 pretty bad results. Admittedly, teams in 6th and 8th at the time of playing them. It's not the end of the world, but we should have beat Toulouse. If you did enjoy this episode, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And I'll be back next time for Lens and Strasbourg, where hopefully we can at least get 1 victory there.